Today on Specialized Minis, we're going to be going over Darth Vader's operative expansion, Emperor Palpatine, and 2 units of Imperial Royal Guards. If you checked out last week's video, we gave away B1 battle droids. If you see those comments, we selected a winner and sent that off already. So keep tuned for more videos and more giveaways in the future. And today, we're going to be showing you these techniques on how to do these 3 different units all in one quick video. Enjoy! Here's Darth Vader's box. Let's open it up. Here's his base, the instructions, his tokens, his unit card, Vader's might, fear and dead men, and darkness descends. Here's Darth Vader's pieces. There's not many here. Go ahead and glue them up using a thin amount of glue. This is where we're using a hobby knife to get the mold lines off. As we finish the model up, this is what it now looks like. My inspiration for Darth Vader's base comes from his 3-pip Darkness Descends card. I wanted to resemble the crashed TIE Fighter. So I grabbed some old plastic parts, cracked the TIE Fighter's windshield, put some cork around it, tried to fit Darth Vader on as best as I can, went ahead and found some other pieces I added to the back of the base, and just continued trying to test fit this until I was happy with the results. Here's an antenna I added. Gluing on an extra plastic piece. After gluing the spots I want sand to be attached to, I went ahead and added that. Glued Darth Vader on the base and also added sand around his feet. Let's look at Emperor Palpatine's box. Here's the tokens. And now you will die, given to your anger, an entire legion, and his unit card. In the instructions, and here's his pieces. I'm cleaning up his mold lines. Here's the Imperial Royal Guards, their tokens, the unit card, and the instructions. And here's the pieces. Now here are all the Imperial Royal Guards and Emperor Palpatine assembled. Let's begin on their bases. This is Emperor Palpatine's base. I found some extra plastic lying around and attached it to it. Now this cork is just kind of all over the place. I'm getting the base down, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to carve around it and test fit each model. Right now I'm trying to test fit and are ready to glue Emperor Palpatine. This is how it looks. This is one of the Imperial Royal Guards on the base, and I'm just trying to make sure it looks good and add extra pieces where I need to. Here is the Imperial Royal Guard gluing on the sand, and this is what it looks like after. Here's Emperor Palpatine after I've worked on the base some more to make it more level, and I'm adding the sand for him and just touching it up. Let's begin adding our 3 layers of scenic cement. Before I prime Darth Vader, I'll be adding some tape to cover his window to not get any paint on it. Remember to let the first coat dry before adding the next 2 layers. Now that this is done, let's check these out.
everything is going as planned.
After priming the models black, we're now ready to begin painting. Let's grab our corn red and begin painting the underclothing and the inside of the cape. All of the Imperial Royal Guards I painted this color. Let's paint 4 of them with Mephiston red, the outside of the cape, and this is what it looks like after completing the entire model. The gloves and the boots. Be careful painting the helmet to avoid the black face mask. Let's paint the other 4 with Barak Nar Burgundy, just like the red, with the back side of the cape and the gloves and boots. This is what the model looks like after completing this step. Let's grab our Abaddon black and paint their weapons, their gloves, and any touch-up work around the model. Make sure and be careful on the inside of their batons. Let's do a non-oil wash on the models. I'm covering the entire model with this wash. This is what it looks like to wash the entire model. Take our Kislev flesh and let's work on Palpatine's face. Thin your paint and don't worry about getting it on the underside of the black hood. Use our white scar to help with the eyes, and we will also go back and touch up with our flesh tone color and using our black to fix the areas underneath the hood. Let's use Agrak's Earthshade and cover just the portion of his face. After letting the wash dry, let's go ahead and touch up his face again and add some pupils. Very carefully. After the wash, we're touching up with the flesh tone color once more. Gorfor brown for his cane, with white mixed with the brown for extra highlights. Mechanicus standard gray for his cloak, with the white scar for extra highlights. And the flesh tone color, we're going to be doing extra highlights on the facial features with the nose and hands. This is the result. Using the same Mephiston red for the base color for the Royal Guards, let's go back and highlight over our wash, making sure to get our boots and hands. Let's use our Evil Sun Scarlet to go even lighter. This on the shoulders, the front of the cape, on the very raised edges. I'm using the edge of my brush and dragging in a downward motion on the back side of the cape to get those raised edges. Be careful when you start to use this lighter color on the helmet. Just get the very nose feature and the top side of the shoulders as well. I'm using the side of my brush to make sure I'm going down the front and the back of the cape and just slowly building that color up. Make sure to get the tops of the shoes and the gloves. Using the purple color, let's go back over our wash for the other 4 guards, getting the raised edges. Remember, it's okay if you get any of this color on the base of the model. We'll be going over that in a different color in a moment. Do your best to avoid the areas where your shade is. Again, using the back side of my brush for those raised edges before we add the lighter purple color. Just finishing these models up, we're going to go back to Palpatine for just one more touch-up. One last thing, let's add some pink horror to Palpatine's face, just on the wrinkles near the eye sockets. Let's add Zeria's purple for our highlights for the other 4 guards, continually getting a little lighter as we go. Using our Dawn Stone, let's go and add some more detail to these staffs and batons for the guards. After we're done adding this gray color, we're going to go back over with black around the gloves, on the baton, and just do some extra touch-ups with the model. I also add some purple highlights to the electro staffs. It's now almost time to start working on Darth Vader. Let's go ahead and start to add the gray to his chest piece and also the hilt of his lightsaber. Using that Mechanicus gray and getting lighter with the highlights, just as we did with Palpatine for Vader's cape and other armor pieces. Let's go ahead and add his moot green and the red Evil Sun Scarlet to his buttons on his chest piece and his belt area. Also mixing some black with the red for those darker red eye sockets. Now let's begin with the lightsaber. Let's use a nice white first on the base color. I wrap the model up to make sure I don't get any extra colors on his cape as I start to do this bright red for the lightsaber. We're just making sure to leave a nice highlighted section as we add more red. Using Dryad bark, let's use this for the entire base of the model. Cover it completely. Now using Zemesi Desert, we're going to just do some highlighted spots on the base. As we do this, we're going to try and mix in the brown as well to get a nice earthy, rocky tone. We're going to do this to all of the models. As we finish Vader up, let's get out our Agrax Earthshade and let's do some wash over the base to really make those two colors come together. Let's not forget to add a little hinge of red on Vader's shoulder where this lightsaber is. Let's now dry brush some white on just the surfaces of these rocks and earth for all of the models. And make sure to get the terrain for Emperor Palpatine and Vader's basin. Let's finish these models up by doing a nice black color on the base side. Let's use our Army Painter Mountain Tuft and Highland Tuft to add to these models. This is only after I have varnished them and let them dry. It's now time to peel the tape off of Darth Vader's window. Now that we've got the models all completed, let's take a look at them.
Most impressive.
That wraps up this video. I appreciate you guys checking it out. We'll see you next time. Bye.